Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to play a fingerstyle arrangement of Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish. So let's get into it. The song has three different sections. We have the intro, the verse and the chorus. So let's start with the intro. It sounds like this. So the first chord that we have is this. So here we're playing the first fret of the B string and we have the open G string and the open high E string. So we're playing the E, B and G strings together with a roll like this. And on the right hand I'm using these three fingers to do the roll. So I'm playing this, where my index finger is playing the G string, my middle finger is playing the B string and my ring finger is playing the high E string, so I get this. The next chord that we have is this. So here we have to play the open D string, and then we have the second fret of the G string and the third fret of the B string. So we plug these three together like this. And on the right hand I'm playing the D string with the thumb, the G string with the index finger and the B string with the middle finger like this. So you plug the three strings together like this. So far we have this. And after that we have this chord. So here I have my index finger on the second fret of the D string and I have the open G string and the open B string. So I'm playing the D string, the G string and the B string together like this. And on the right hand you do the same thing that you did on the previous chord. So you play the D string with the thumb, the G string with the index finger and the B string with the middle finger. So you have this. You plug the three strings together. And so far from the start we have this. And for the intro we have to repeat this two more times. So we have this. And right after that you have this. So there you have this chord. So you have all the open strings, you have the low E string, the G string and the B string, all of which are open. So you plug them together like this. And after that you have this chord. So here you have the third fret of the low E string, the open G string and the third fret of the B string. So you plug them together like this. And so far you have this. And after that you have this. And the last chord that you have there is this. So here you have the third fret of the A string, the second fret of the D string and the open G string. So you plug them together like this. So that's the entire intro. I'll play it from the start again. It sounds like this. And after that we have the verse, which sounds like this. So the verse starts off the same way as the intro and you just have to add a few more notes in there to get the vocal melody. So you start off by playing the same three chords from the intro and you just have to add this part. So you have the first three chords and then you add this, where you're playing the second fret of the G string and then you're lifting this up to play the open G string, like that. And you play this while holding the chord, so it sounds like this. So from the start you have this. And after that you play one round of the same 3 chords. Like that. So from the start you have this. And after that you have this. So here you start off by playing the same 3 chords again. And then you play this, which is you play the 2nd fret of the G string, then you play the open G string, and then you play the 2nd fret of the G string again, like that. And again you play this while holding the chord, so it sounds like this. So from the start you have this. And right after that you have this. So there you have the same 3 chords that you played at the end of the intro. So you have this. So the first chord you play all the open strings. You have the open E, the open G and open B strings together. And after that you have this, where you're playing the 3rd fret of the low E string, 3rd fret of the B string and the open G string together. And to end you have this, where you're playing the 3rd fret of the A string, the 2nd fret of the D string and the open G string together, like that. So you get this. So from the start of the verse it sounds like this. And after that you have this part. So there you start off the same way, so you have this, which you just played, and after that you have this. So you play the first 2 chords the same way, and after that you have this. So there you're playing the 2nd fret of the D string, the open G string and the 1st fret of the B string, and after playing the chord like this, you pull off from the 1st fret of the B string to play the open B string, so you get this. So what you're doing there is this, pulling off from the 1st fret of the B string, like that. So with the chord it sounds like this. So I'll play this part again slowly. It sounds like this. So I'll play it till there from the start of the verse. So it sounds like this. And after that you have this part. So there you play the same thing that you played before till this point. And after that you have this. So right after you reach this chord, you play the open G string again, and then you play this. So there you have this chord which you played before, where you have the low E string, the G string and the B string all open, so you plug them together like this. And after that you have this chord which you again played before, where you have the 3rd fret of the low E string, the open G string and the 3rd fret of the B string. Again you plug them together, and then you end with this chord. So here you have the 3rd fret of the A string, the open G string, the 3rd fret of the B string, and the open high E string. So you play them together with a roll like this. So on the right hand, you're playing the A string, the G string, the B string, and the high E string. So you play that with a roll like this. So the very last part sounds like this. So the whole verse from the start sounds like this. And after that we have the chorus, which sounds like this. So the first bit that we have is this. So there you start by playing the open B string and then the open G string. So you have this. And after that you have this part, where you play the 3rd fret of the A string, the 2nd fret of the D string, and you have the G string open, so you have this. So on the right hand you play the A string, then the D string, and then the G string, so you have this. So the whole thing sounds like this. And after that you move this same shape up, so now you're playing the 5th fret of the A string, the 4th fret of the D string, and the open G string, so you have this. You have the same thing on the right hand. So from the start it sounds like this. And after that you have this, where you're playing the 7th fret of the A string, the 5th fret of the D string, and the open B string, so you have this. So on the right hand you're playing the A string, the D string, and then the B string, like that. So the whole thing from the start sounds like this. And after that you have this part. So now on the left hand you have the 3rd fret of the A string and the 2nd fret of the G string. So you start by doing a pull off on the G string like this. So you play the note on the 2nd fret of the G string and pull off to the open G string, like that. And after that you play this. And here right after you do the pull off, you have this, which is basically you have to play the pull off with the A string now, with the note on the 3rd fret of the A string. So you play the A string and the D and the G string together first and do the pull off, and then you play the open D string, like that. So the whole thing sounds like this. And right after that you have this. So here you have to change to this chord, where you're playing the 5th fret of the A string with your little finger, and then you're playing the 4th fret of the D string with your ring finger. So you play this. So you also have the open G string there, so you're playing the A string, then the D string, and then the G string like this. So from the start it sounds like this. And after that you play this note, which is the 2nd fret of the D string. So in the end you have this, where you're playing the 2nd fret of the D string, like that. So from the start we have this. And after that we have this part. So now you have the second fret of the D string and you have the open G string. So on the right hand you play this. So you play the D string, then the open G string, then the D string again. So you have this. And after that you have this. So there you play the third fret of the A string with your ring finger like this. And you also have the open B string. So you plug the A string and the B string together first. And then you play 2 more times on the open B string. Like that. So you get this. Like that. So right after you've played this, then you have this part. And there you have this. So you have the open D string and the note on the second fret of the G string. You play both of them together like this. And then you play the G string again. And after that you have this. So there you have to bring in the index finger to the second fret of the D string and you play this. Where you first plug the D and G strings together. So you're playing the second fret of the D string and the second fret of the G string. You plug them together. And then you pull off from the G string to the open G string. And then you play this note on the second fret of the D string. Like that. So from the start we have this. And after that you have this. So you play the note on the second fret of the D string 2 times like this. And then you do a hammer on and pull off on the second fret of the G string. So you play the open G string and then hammer on onto the second fret. And then you pull off to the open G string. Like that. So far you have this. And to end you play this. So these are the same chords that you played in the verse. So you have this. So you have the open low E string, G string and B string. You plug them together. Then you have this one. This is third fret of the low E string, third fret of the B string and open G string plugged together. And then you have this. Third fret A string, second fret D string and open G string plugged together. Like that. So from the start of the chorus we have this. And you repeat that whole thing one more time for the chorus. So you have this. And in the end you have this. So in the end there you have the same chords that you played in the end of the verse. So you have this, which is exactly how you ended the verse. So you played these 2 chords first, which you played before, and then you played this, where you play the third fret of the A string, the open G string, third fret of the B string and the open high E string. Play them with a roll like this. So on the right hand you're playing the A string, the G string, the B string and the high E string like this. And that's the entire chorus. I'll play the whole thing once. It sounds like this. And after that you have the second verse, and then you have the second chorus, which is exactly the same as the first verse and the first chorus. And right after that you have the third verse and third chorus. In the third verse she does a vocal solo, and the chords are exactly the same as what we played in the first verse. And after that you have the third chorus, which is also exactly the same as the first chorus. So from the start we have the intro, then we have the verse, and then we have the chorus. After that we have the second verse and second chorus, and after that we have the third verse and third chorus, all of which are exactly the same as the first verse and the first chorus. So you can play the exact same parts that we learned for the first verse and the first chorus for the second and third verse and choruses, and it'll fit right in. So the song ends right after the third chorus, which is the last one. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helped. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, then subscribe to my channel. Also, if you have any questions or requests for song tutorials, then do let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.